If you've ever gone through the process of trying to find a manufacturer for your clothing brand, you already know it's an absolute mess. Scams, delays, low quality samples, and factories that don't even reply to your messages. Over the past year, I worked with a manufacturer out of China and we've actually had some very decent success together. But with the current instability and ever-changing tariff situation, working with Chinese manufacturers has become more unreliable than ever. This made me realize that I had to look elsewhere and fast, and then it came to me. Mexico. No language barrier, fast and affordable shipping, and an already developed textile industry with no shortage of clothing manufacturers. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to find a manufacturer, questions that you need to ask before starting the process, and exactly how much this is going to cost you to start out. Step 1, and perhaps the most difficult of this entire process, is the search. In this case, we're going to have to sort them out one by one using simple Google searches, and also a very underrated platform for finding manufacturers and suppliers is TikTok. Now I'm going to leave the exact search terms here for you to just copy and paste into your browser, but you can search up fabricante de ropa en México, fábrica de ropa en México, or fabricante de ropa para mi marca en México. You can also do a simple English search of clothing manufacturer in Mexico, but this is probably not going to give you the best results. Now, if you did that search correctly, you would have come across this hit right here, directoriodefábricas.com, which has a list of different clothing manufacturers. Now you can go through this list, check the kind of clothes that they make, because not all factories make the same style. Say you're looking for activewear, say you're looking for streetwear, you're looking for sleepwear, loungewear. These are all different factories that specialize in different things. So you want to make sure your factory specializes in the kind of niche that you want to pursue. Now I'm obviously not going to tell you the exact manufacturers I'm working with, but by doing this simple Google search, also trying it out on TikTok, going through the directory of different manufacturers, you are guaranteed to get a couple options. Now I actually recommend picking a handful from this list as we go through and disqualify certain ones until we find our perfect 1, 2, or 3 factories that we want to work with. The reason for this is when you're first starting out, you have no idea what the quality of the final result is going to look like. So I always love to give myself different options. With my previous clothing brand, the one that I'm actually still running right now, I worked with 3 different factories in China. I got samples from all 3 of them, and as every sample would come in, I would analyze the quality of it, I would see the shipping times, how long it took to get to me, and I would also analyze the manufacturer's communication ability. Are they replying to me quickly? Do we have a very high language barrier where we can't even understand what each other is saying? If you pick just one manufacturer and you fall in love with this manufacturer for whatever reason, they might send you a product that's kind of crap quality, and now you have to restart the process all over again of reaching out to all these different manufacturers. So I recommend you hone in on 3 different ones. Now this leads us to step number 2, which is going to be the communication with the manufacturer. This is going to be mostly done through WhatsApp, but might start out through email. You do need to send out a little introduction of yourself, a little bit about your business and what you're looking to do, and also the crucial questions that you need to ask. I'll also give you mine right here in this example, so you can maybe go and use the exact same ones if they apply to your business. Just from this step, you're going to be able to qualify and disqualify a bunch of different manufacturers, because you're going to have the one that's just not going to reply to your message, maybe one that's going to reply a month from now, one that is going to reply and tell you we actually don't work with the kind of clothing that you're looking for, we don't have the fabrics that you're looking for. Pro tip here, please don't reach out to the manufacturer in English. You are working with a Mexican manufacturer and you need to respect that you're the one that wants the service out of them, so please reach out to them in their language. If you don't have any idea and know nothing about Spanish, then utilize ChatGPT. I really recommend you check out what kind of work they've already done before to give you a better idea of what their work looks like and the quality of work that you can look to expect. I wouldn't recommend going into this completely blind. You have no idea what kind of stuff they've done before, if it even matches what you're looking for. For example, reaching out to a athletic clothing manufacturer that you're looking to make streetwear. Well, you're going to see their previous examples and realize, you know what, maybe they're not very experienced in streetwear. They're not going to know how to do this for me. In my case, they're both manufacturers and wholesalers, so I was able to see the kind of wholesale products that they already make, check out, just get an idea of the quality of it, the stitching, is this in the right place, what kind of fabrics are they using. Now this leads us to step number 3. Now we're going to talk about pricing, samples, and lead and production time. But how long is the entire process going to take from making the patterns and tech packs, if you don't already have patterns and tech packs? How long are the samples going to take to make, and how long is production going to take? These are also very important qualifying questions. If a manufacturer tells you it's going to take 60 days for a sample and 30 days for production, now you're looking at 90 days, right? So you want to have the shortest times possible just so you can get this project up and running as fast as possible, and maybe even further disqualify manufacturers if they send in samples that don't meet your standard. If you don't already have your patterns and tech packs, you're also going to want to know how much these cost. Now, believe it or not, the codes that I got for patterns and tech packs in the United States were absolutely insane. They call it here product development. So like to produce a pair of leggings, not to produce, to develop a pair of flared leggings that I already have a sample of, they wanted me to pay $3,000 to develop it and to do the patterns and the tech packs. Absolute bullshit. I got way better prices in Mexico. You guys are going to be very, very excited to see the pricing that you get. Patterns and tech packs obviously come before the actual sample, because this is how they make the sample and this is how they eventually produce your products for you. And then they have to go back and perhaps make adjustments to the patterns and tech packs if you want to make adjustments to the sample. But sample prices are usually going to be a bit higher. Again, in the United States, I was getting sample price like $1,000, $2,000 for one sample. Mexico got much more favorable pricing for samples. And another very nice thing that they do is that once you pay for the samples, and one of my manufacturers, when I paid for the, I just had to pay for the sample. I didn't have to pay for the pattern and tech pack that was included. For the other one, for the pattern, tech pack, and sample, that total cost, they would then add it on, or they will add it on as a credit when we get to final production. And then obviously, if you do have a sample already from a Chinese manufacturer, something you've already made in the past, or something that you want to work off of as inspiration, this is going to give you your production quote, or allow them to give you a more accurate quote. You'll send over a video of the sample or the product that you want to get produced, maybe a couple pictures, zoomed in pictures, and this is going to tell them, or this is going to allow them to tell you, okay, this is how much it's going to cost for this many pieces, for this many pieces, for this many pieces. Common sense here, the more pieces you produce, the less it's going to cost. But when you're first just starting out with a new brand or a new product line, like I'm doing right now, you want to start out with as little production as possible. For one of the manufacturers, for one product, their MOQ is only 9, and I'm only having them make 32 pieces for me. For the other one, their MOQ is 50 per product, per specific product, and for each, or within this 50, you get 3 different sizes: small, medium, and large. You also get to choose from 2 different colors. So based on what you want to do, keep these things in mind. Shipping costs. How much is it going to cost to ship the product from Mexico, from wherever they're located in Mexico? Obviously, if they're Mexico City, which is in the central part of the country, it's going to cost a bit more. If they're a bit more in the north and you're located in Texas or in any of the southern states, well, it's going to be much cheaper. I'm located in Massachusetts. One of my manufacturers is located in Mexico City. The other is located in Guadalajara. So obviously the Mexico City one is going to cost a bit more. They're a bit farther. I'm obviously up here in the freaking Northeast. That leads me to where I'm at today. I followed every single one of these steps. I was able to hone in on 2 very, very good manufacturers. And actually, I decided to go over to Mexico to meet with the manufacturer, to give them the samples in hand, and to speak to them about exactly what I wanted to produce and build a stronger connection. This is another huge advantage of working with a manufacturer that's actually not across the world from you, and where there isn't a language barrier. You get to meet face to face, you get to speak without the necessary use of a translator, and you get to show them, make this adjustment here, make this adjustment here, make this longer, can we make this change? And you get to learn more about their production process. So in my case, I actually wanted to make some very specific changes to the pieces that would be hard to communicate through the phone, right? Or without having the piece in hand and literally telling them, like, change this here, do this here, and them explaining to me, well, we can add this. So went over, we met in Mexico City. By the way, Mexico City is absolutely beautiful. My manufacturer actually invited me to her home, and she gave me a sample that they've already produced for me, free of charge, but to give me a better idea of like what they're looking to do with one of the pieces. I was able to take a look at the sample that they produced and tell her right then and there, I actually want you to change this part of it. So again, think of when it comes to the stage of production, the stage of actually making the official first sample for me, we're going to be able to bypass a whole bunch of different edits and adjustments just by doing this kind of face-to-face meeting. The other manufacturer was located a few hours away, actually, out of Mexico City. They're located in Guadalajara, so I was not going to take another flight to go meet with them as well. So I just met with the one manufacturer that's going to make more of the pieces for me, a higher production total with them. But even with the other one, we're in contact. Everything was good. When I was there, I gave both of them the sample and pattern and tech pack payments, which came out to a total of, for the manufacturer that's making 4 different products for me, the sample cost came out to about 4,098 Mexican pesos, which comes out to about $205 at the time that I made the transfer over, which $205 to make 4 different samples and patterns and tech packs in America, that would have literally cost me, or that was going to cost me $11,000. So think about how crazy this is. I went to Mexico, had myself a little business trip, got to enjoy the city and the beautiful country and the amazing people, meet the manufacturer face to face, and the total of that didn't even cost 10% of what it would cost to develop 4 different products here in America, not even counting the samples and production. So absolutely ridiculous. The other manufacturer in Guadalajara that I didn't meet face to face with, also send them their payment. That one came out to 2,900, I think, and 28 pesos. I'll put the exact amount right here on the screen for you guys, which comes out to about $150. But because with that manufacturer, I'm actually doing 4 sizes in the pattern. So we're doing pattern grading tech pack for 4 different sizes, small to XL. So that costs a bit more. And also it's just one sample, one product that I'm doing with them. They have much lower MOQs. So it kind of warrants a bit of a higher cost, but you can see for a total of 5 different samples, patterns, tech packs comes out to a total of about $355, $360. There you have it. That is why no one is ever going to manufacture, or no one should ever manufacture clothes in the United States. Absolutely makes no sense. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you got value from it. Make sure you subscribe, like the video so you can stay tuned with this journey. In the next video, or whenever I get in the samples in hand in person, I'll actually show them to you guys, show you what we're working with, show you what we're building so you can see the whole entire journey, and talk to you about how I'm going to kind of qualify the samples, if I want to make any changes to them or anything like that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go get the free course. It's the pinned comment if you want to expedite and go on the fast pace to exploding your clothing brand, making your first money with a clothing brand online. Whether you want to sell on TikTok shop, Etsy, do print on demand, sell on Instagram shop, Pinterest, I've done it all. Get the paid course as well. It's $100. Price is going up and has a ton of valuable videos for you. So if you thought this video was valuable, imagine how valuable that is going to be. I'm out.